1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, 2 people in the chat. Smash the like button for us, please. What's going on, man? I ain't been on for a while. I ain't been on for a bit. I ain't been on for a while, man. Thought I'd just come on, show my face for a bit. If you can talk some boxing. What's good over here? Let's have a look, man. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Shout out to the 2 listeners in chat. Smash the like button for us, please. Let's see if we can get a few people up in here, man. All right, let's see if we can get a few people up in here. All right, what's good, man? What's good? What's good? What's good? Got a little poll going on as well. What's going on there? Hang on a second. All right. Yeah, got that poll going on. Let's see. All right, 3 votes. Okay. It's all right. Canelo Alvarez seems to be the talk of the moment at the moment, right? There's not much going on in boxing. I don't think there's much going on in boxing at the moment. It's just a load of chitter chatter. Not much action. I want to see fights, right? I actually want to see fights. I don't want to see back and forth. Canelo speaking English now, which is kind of hilarious. I'm not going to lie. But it's not really boxing. I want to see fights. I want to talk about fights, matchups, right? So obviously we've got Canelo versus Berlanga coming up. So I'm not too enthusiastic about this fight. I ain't gonna lie. You know, obviously the live stream's based on Canelo. We're gonna talk about that. We also got Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois. That's coming up next month. Another Saudi card. That's gonna be in London though. Wembley. Two London-based UK heavyweights are going to face off. Anthony Joshua, former unified champion of the world. Obviously, he's still chasing the gold. He still wants to become undisputed. Daniel Dubois, the young, I don't want to call him, but let's call him. He's a champion now, right? He's a champion now. He's got the IBF, and that's what they'll be fighting for. Right, I know I upset a lot of the Anthony Joshua fans a few weeks back when I made a video prediction and basically kind of stated that I felt like I'm going to be leaning towards Daniel Dubois. I'll be leaning towards Daniel Dubois for this fight, right? And the AJ fans didn't really like it. I know they're going to get a little bit funny about it, but we've got to put emotions aside sometimes. I'm just looking at it as a standpoint from boxing. I've seen a few of the channels around, they've been doing a few breakdowns and analyzing the fight between them. And, Hatman made a good video. Even though Hatman's going for Anthony Joshua, he's still not dismissing, right, Daniel Dubois. He's not dismissing him. He's actually done a film study on him or something like that. So it'd be interesting to watch and see how this fight goes anyway. Daniel Woods, thank you for showing up to the chat. Appreciate it, my guy. What have you got here? Drew Titan reviewed Bakoli versus Anderson, and the first thing he went to was a picture of Anderson's cheeks in the air. Wow! I haven't been over to Drew Titan's freak show for a long time, man. I ain't been over there for a while. I was watching Reggie Owens the other day, and I see Trilly Willy on there trying to fight his corner. Thought that was kind of hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, but I haven't been over to Drew Titans for a long while, man. So I'm wondering what he's been saying. And recently, with the whole thing with Devin Haney, apparently there's an arrest warrant for him because he sucker punched some guy in it. Still couldn't drop him. None of his team seemed to have that same, all those guys are pillow fists over there. They can't drop a guy, can they? That one guy against 4 of them, and they couldn't drop him. And now I think Devin Haney's, obviously there's some type of warrant out there for him. I wanted to know what these guys are saying about it, because these guys are always saying Devin Haney's a stand-up professional. He's doing it for the kids, man. In Devin Haney himself, when he came up against Ryan Garcia, he said to Ryan Garcia, "What example are you showing the kids? What example are you showing the kids? I'm a role model." That wasn't good what we saw the other day. I want to know what these guys are saying. Obviously, they're going to be making excuses. They're obviously going to make excuses, but I want to see what type of excuses they're coming out with. Right? They're used to making the excuses. They started off with the whole Deontay Wilder stuff in it, and now They're making excuses. They were making excuses for Errol Spence. Now they're making excuses for Devin Haney. De Niro Sparta, thank you for showing up to the chat. What's good, my guy? Thank you for showing up to the chat. 4 people listening. Smash the like button for us, please. Also, get involved in the poll. Got a little poll going on here. All right. Is Canelo Alvarez the worst face of boxing ever? Now, if we go back, right? If we go back and look at some of the faces of boxing over the years, you know, I mean, I'm not going to go in any order, but I'm just going to mention a few of the faces. Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather. Who could I say were the face of boxing at any particular time? Yeah, at one stage it was a Klitschko, Vladimir Klitschko. Really, I would say. Then again, that's a Floyd Mayweather era. I don't know, man, but Canelo has to be, for me, he has to be the worst, the very worst. Ever since he lost to Bivol, this guy doesn't want to take on any challenges. Right? He don't want to take on. He ran. Bivol beat his ass, sent him back down to 168, and since then he's just been cherry picking fighters. You know what I mean? Young chubby Latino was still standing there after fighting off Haney and his goons. Yeah, they couldn't drop him. He was still talking shit as well. And you see how Devin tried to walk off. He tried to slyly walk off like he wasn't involved in, like he never threw the first punch. I don't know what type of punch that was. That was some weak punch, man. Haney scurried off, and the guy he attacked was was still ready to get stuck in. Yeah, yeah. I remember. I see the whole thing, man. I see the whole occasion, man. I went to make a video on it straight away, but I thought, leave it, man. You know, the usual suspects are gonna come out and start making all the excuses for Devin Haney. Like, I just wait to hear what they were saying about it. Haney himself, so he's making a return. Like he says, he's back. Who's he gonna fight? Allegedly, he's moving up to 147. That was a short stint at 140. Now he's moving up to 147. I'm sure. Listen, a lot of people say Devin Haney doesn't sell, and he can't sell a fight and stuff like that. But I bet you any money, after this fight with Ryan and all the controversy that's gone on with Ryan, and how Ryan made Devin look at 140 when they fought each other, I think there's going to be a lot of interest in seeing how Devin Haney performs at 147. A lot of us felt like he lacks power at 140. At 135, he was lacking power. 140, the whole thing with prograde. But then he had the Ryan Garcia, a guy that was his stature. Couldn't put a dent in him. Now you're going to move up to 147 where there's a lot, the guys are a lot bigger up there. Some of the guys are coming down, draining themselves down from a heavier weight to make 147. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what Devin Haney has at 147. Very interesting. I want to see. I'm not even going to lie. I'm very intrigued to watch his next fight to see what happens, because anyone who he fights is going to look at the Ryan Garcia blueprint and thought, we're going to follow the same blueprint. Devin doesn't keep his hands up. He thinks he's Money Mayweather. Even Floyd kept his hands up in a high guard. He switched between the Philly shell and the high guard. Devin wants to stay in a constant Philly shell, a bow and arrow jab. Thinks he can pivot on one foot and then, get out of the way of punches. Couldn't get out of the way of that left hook. And all the blame's being put on Osterine. Couldn't dodge a left hook, couldn't block a left hook, couldn't evade a left hook. And all the blame's being put on Osterine. Now, for me, you're just not looking at the root cause of the problem. Your defense is no good. De Niro Sparta, Nello last 4 fights were easier than AJ's last 4. Whoa, by far. But people not talk about that much. Yeah. They don't chat about that much. Canelo's last 4 fights. Let's go backwards. Jaime Munguia, I believe it's Jaime Munguia, Jamel Charlo, John Ryder, and I can't remember the last one after that. Ryder, was it Caleb Plant? Toby Bartlett, Shotty, thanks for showing up to the chat. Appreciate you showing up, my guy. Thank you for showing up to the chat. I think it was Plant. So let me go in that order. Plant, Ryder, Charlo, and Sorry, who's the last person Canelo fought? Oh shit, Triple G. No, yeah, no, it's Triple G. Right, hang on a second. Let's go backwards. Fuck, I forgot now. Canelo's last fight was Jaime Munguia, Jamel Charlo. Triple G next. I'm getting lost now. Munguia, Charlo. Flipping out, man. These guys fighting cherries, man. He's just picking and choosing whoever wants to fight. So David Morrell, you got Benavidez as well at 168, and Canelo's refusing to fight any of those guys. Those guys, all those guys do is bring 20 extra pounds to the ring. So what was Bivol or Bivol or even Kovalev? Put Kovalev on a hydration clause, but I don't know, man. I don't know what you guys think. What you guys think, man? Canelo Alvarez, the worst face of boxing ever. Is he the worst face of boxing ever? He's not giving us the fights that we want. We're just not getting the fights that we want off of this guy. He fights whoever he wants, whenever he wants, and he just thinks that we've got to accept it. The whole back and forth between Canelo and Turki Al-Sheikh. Turki Al-Sheikh has been trying to talk to Canelo for 6 months. He's been trying to get Canelo in the ring with Crawford or Benavidez for the past 6 months. All right. Plant, right? Okay. What about Triple G? You got the last two. I think Charlo. No, sorry, what am I talking about? Munguia, Charlo, Ryder, and I think was Triple G. Triple G was after Plant, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. There we go. Here we go. Munguia, Charlo, Ryder, Plant. Not Triple G, I'm sure. Triple G instead of Plant. I think you've got it right here. Munguia, Charlo, Ryder, and I think it's Triple G. I think Triple G, and then Plant. Remember, what everyone's saying, he dragged Triple G up from the grave, from near-death experience to come and fight him. Where did they fight again? I don't even know where they fought. I don't even know where the fight was, man. But nobody was interested in that fight at all. Yeah, Triple G, you got that there. Triple G, Toby, yeah. I don't even know where that fight was against Triple G. But again, it's a fight that we didn't. It's not a fight that we really want to see. Listen, is Canelo, is he ducking Terence Crawford? Does Terence Crawford stand a chance against Canelo? Could Terence Crawford possibly go and outpoint Canelo? I can't see him stopping Canelo at all. Obviously, after the Madrimov fight, a lot of people will be like, no, he ain't stopping Canelo. But they got to see it like this. Madrimov and Canelo are two different fighters. Canelo is a plodding fighter, flat-footed, plodding fighter with degenerate knees. His knees are deteriorating. Yeah. So the aging Canelo might only be 33, 34, but he's an old 33, 34. He's got loads of mileage on the clock. Crawford's 37, but I think he's in his prime at the moment, man. I mean, like, I think he's at the peak, near the peak. I don't think he's at his peak, but he's near the peak of his prime. Right, when it comes to skills, he's at his peak, but fitness-wise, obviously he's 37. Yeah, I don't see why not. Why he couldn't still be up there along his prime. I just feel, look, I'm not saying Crawford wins this fight if they were to fight, but I would like to see it happen. I would like to see it because if Jamal Charlo, right, let's have it right. If Munguia, Charlo, Ryder, and Triple G, old Triple G and Plant, all these guys get a chance at Canelo. I don't see why Bud doesn't. 2-time undisputed champion, looking for greatness at 154, wants to meet the challenge to fight Canelo at 168. Move up to fight 168. Canelo doesn't want no part of it. Canelo's not stupid. He knows Terence Crawford is a much harder challenge than Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo went in there and disgraced himself against Canelo. After all the big talk, he'd been talking for years, finally got his opportunity. He went in there and he ran for 12 rounds. If Canelo's knees weren't shot to pieces, right, Canelo would have stopped Charlo easy. It's only because his knees got dodgy knees. And obviously he can't move. He's never been known for his footwork, Canelo, right? He's not the greatest when it comes to footwork and that, right? But if he could get his hands on Charlo, he would stop him easy, right? But I think Bud's are different. I think he's different. I think Bud's different, man. Obviously, everything's stacked against Bud at 168, right? And Canelo will be fighting a 2-time undisputed champion, right? So he reckons he doesn't going to get nothing comes out of it. But it's funny how Canelo can give Crawford all the praise in the world when he beats Spence. God, Crawford's a great fighter. He's one of the best of the generation, very technical fighter, this, that, blah, blah, whatever. Then he goes on to say Benavidez is too big for him. He doesn't bring nothing to the table but 25 extra pounds. All right. And then now Crawford shows interest in fighting Canelo. Oh no, he's too small. I can't fight him. He's gonna run. He's gonna run. You know, he's gonna run from me. I don't want to fight this type of fight. You know what I mean? You're like, what the fuck, man? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Fuck, you know. Canelo, man, this dude, man, I don't know how he's getting away with it. I think now it's getting to the point now where people are just like starting to call this guy out, man. He needs to be called out. He needs to be called out for this, all right? Bud beats Canelo on points. Listen, I think it's possible, Toby. I think it's possible. I think it's possible. A lot of fanboys, yeah, a lot of Canelo fanboys and the Crawford haters are trying to stop this fight. They're trying to cock block the fight. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to cock block the fight between Crawford and Canelo. I will tell you why. Why I think with the Crawford haters, if they're Errol Spence fans, they're newly found Jerome Boots Innes fans, right? Jerome Boots Innes didn't have a fan base until Errol Spence got mollywopped. Now all of a sudden he found himself with a fan base. Okay. This same fan base had gone out after literally 2 weeks after Terence Crawford beat the shit out of Errol Spence. These guys came out and said, Terence Crawford's ducking Jerome Boots Innes. Really? Yeah, right. All right. So Terence Crawford then has a fight with Madrimov, right? Next fight he's had after Spence, been about a year and a bit out of the ring. And they listen, these same fanboys tried to shit all over the fight. He looked bad. He looked terrible. He couldn't stop Madrimov. Madrimov is an excellent fighter. I've spoken about Madrimov on this channel before Terence Crawford was going to fight. I've spoken about him a few times before, just mentioning how much of a decent fighter he is, and we don't see much of him. And, you know, I got some old footage of him where I made a video about him years ago. So I'm familiar with Madrimov. I'm very familiar with him. And I knew, and I said it on this channel a few times, Madrimov will be a hard fight for Crawford. It'll probably be his hardest fight to date. Madrimov is no slouch. He's got great footwork, great fight IQ. Even Crawford said it. Crawford and Bomac said it before the fight. They said this guy is one serious customer, serious contender. We got to be on our P's and Q's with this guy, right? Crawford said it in the fight. He goes, all the film study we did on Madrimov, and we pointed out a few mistakes that he does. When Crawford got in there to face Madrimov wasn't making the same mistakes. He's adapted now. So Crawford has now got to adapt on the fly. He's in there with a cerebral fighter that thinks well on the go and can change up his game plan on the go. So Crawford's got to be able to do the same thing. He's like, right, the mistakes are not there. Everything we trained for is not here. So I've got to go looking for stuff now myself. For me, I think it was a good win for Crawford. A good win. I know a lot of the haters, the Canelo fans, he doesn't deserve a Canelo fight. Did Jamal Charlo deserve a Canelo fight? Did Rocky Fielding deserve a Canelo fight? Come on. Hugo Cesar Chavez Jr., did he deserve a fight? Did Amir Khan deserve a fight? Come on. Come on now. Come on. Right? Come on. So, basically, this is what I'm saying anyway. I personally think it's possible anyway. Toby, I'm with you on that. I think it's possible anyway. Let me read some comments. Daniel Woods. If Bud was easy work, Canelo would already have the Saudi money in the account and speak in Arabic. Yeah. Exactly. If Bud was an easy fight, Canelo would have took this up ages ago. Okay, give me 40 mil, 50 mil. He would have took it off the PBs. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, whatever. Whoever would have been offering that fight. Turkey's been obviously offering him decent money to either fight Benavidez or Crawford. And 6 months later, this guy's still stalling. Now he picks Berlanga out. I know Berlanga's a mandatory, but he's happy to fight Berlanga as a mandatory. Canelo he's not going to be giving us any decent fights towards the end of his career. That's all I can tell you, man. I think part of the reason Canelo dropped the IBF belt was because Bud wanted to be undisputed at 168. Whoa, whoa. Now Canelo thinks it's not attractive anymore, but Bud, I'm really more for Bud, but Bud still wants him. Toby, do you think Bud wants to go undisputed at 168? Oh, well, obviously, if he beats Canelo, if Canelo had all the belts and he beats him, he'd be undisputed. Yeah, all right, I can agree with that. So he's dropped it. So you think he's dropped it, so now Bud won't chase him anymore? I think Bud will still want the fight. Yeah, I see the thumbs up now. Yeah, I think Bud will still want the fight. Even though Canelo's dropped it, he still wants that legacy, the name on his resume, innit? Obviously, it would have been a lot better if it was for undisputed. But if Canelo dropped it deliberately, that's a bitch move. Bitch move. Bitch move. I don't see how people don't see Canelo for what he is. I understand how people don't see him for what he is. Damn, man. Listen, I'm in London at the moment. I just came to London yesterday. And for some reason, I've gone through the whole summer fine, no problems, no issues. Now all of a sudden I come to London one day and I've got like serious hay fever, man. Must be the pollution in London, man. I don't know what it is, man. But my hay fever's just flared up, man. Been in Manchester all summer, not one problem. As soon as I come to London, hay fever's flared up. Yeah, man. So if he did it, that's a bitch move, man. That's some bitch move if Canelo's done that. Do you know what I mean? What else we got on the horizon? Boxing horizon. Thinking what else, man? What else is there in the news? In the world of boxing, the world of boxing. Aslan Bekmambetov got lost the other day. I think was it last night, yesterday? Yeah, Aslan Bekmambetov lost the other day. I think he got stopped again. I believe he got stopped again, and now you got people saying that he was a hype job. You got a lot of people saying that he was a hype job. Aslan Bekmambetov. So what do you guys think about that? Canelo has become archetypal PBC fighter, avoiding the most dangerous at opponents and selling snake oil fights. He's selling us wolf tickets, man. I mean, it's like the level of opposition since Bivol, he hasn't fought on anybody, man. We had it here. Where is it? Here we go. Exchange plant for Triple G. Hang on, where is it? Yeah, Munguia Charlo, Ryder, Triple G, and then plant. Right? Listen. Munguia did all right, but I think Munguia, I don't know, he did okay, but I think Munguia's too trigger happy. He's more worried about offense than defense. I don't know, man. Yeah, listen, Canelo does take the least path of resistance. He's recently, since the Bivol fight, he's been taking the least path of resistance. And it goes to show he didn't rematch Bivol because Bivol wanted to rematch him at 168. Because Bivol basically said to him, if we rematch, it's got to be on my terms. And my terms is I want to fight at 168 because you fought for my belt. You fought for my belt. Now, give me a chance to fight for your belt, which is only fair. Canelo was like, no. It has to be at 168. Sorry, it has to be at 175. You know why? Because Bivol is not a big 175 pounder. and he could probably shrink himself down to 168 if he was to try. Canelo knows if he shrinks himself down to 168, which is only 8 pounds south of 175, and I'm sure Bivol doesn't have any trouble making 175, he would relieve Canelo Alvarez of his undisputed title. I think Canelo knows this.
Get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
So he knows this. Canelo knows this, the danger. So he didn't want to. He don't want it because if he loses at 175, I just lost to the bigger fighter. If Bivol trims down to 165, he ain't taking the fight. He didn't want to take the fight, and then he goes. He wants to fight at 175, and then Bivol's like, okay, but Bivol's like, so you don't want to fight at 168? No, but he wanted to dictate terms again, and Bivol's like, how are you going to dictate terms to me when you lost the fight? You can't. We can't have. If we have a rematch, can't be on the same terms. Let's fight at 168. No, don't want to fight him. Same reason why he doesn't want to fight Benavidez, and same reason why he doesn't want to fight David Morale. I think he would beat Morale, to tell you the truth, but some people believe he beat Benavidez. But it seems like Canelo doesn't want to. How can I say? Becoming lazy, innit? He's lost the eye of the tiger. He don't want to challenge himself no more. Munguia is Mexican Ted Cheeseman. Hey, that's a great analogy, man. That's a great comparison. Great comparison, I think. That's a good comparison, you know. He's the Mexican Ted Cheeseman. Yeah, if you fight, skill, you keep your title for undisputed. Skull, you keep your hurt for undisputed. You would have took less money and done a show in Mexico for fans like Ryder fight. What's the difference? It's a clever bug duck. Yeah, it is, man. Still, you keep your undisputed title. Yeah, still okay. Still, you keep your undisputed title. You would have, yeah, took less money and done a show in Mexico for fans. Yeah. Canelo's not stupid. He takes the least path of resistance. And he knows Terence Crawford is a danger to him. He knows it. And that's the reason why he's you know what, listen, I think Terence Crawford gives him memories of the Floyd Mayweather fight. And if you look at Terence Crawford, a lot of people actually believe Terence Crawford, right now has surpassed Floyd Mayweather. Right, he surpassed Floyd Mayweather as being a 3-weight world champion and 2-weight undisputed. So he's actually achieved twice, not once, he's achieved twice something that Floyd has never achieved in his whole career. And he's still undefeated. Some people will say that Terence Crawford has surpassed Floyd Mayweather. Terence Crawford's more aggressive than Floyd Mayweather. I prefer to watch Terence Crawford over Floyd Mayweather any day. Don't get me wrong, Floyd's got good skills and stuff like that. I mean, there are sometimes I enjoyed watching Floyd, right? But day in, day out, 24/7, watching Floyd at 147 wasn't exciting. No knockouts, nothing. Just Floyd in there, sometimes running away, you know, sometimes putting on a great show, and just outpointing his opponent. And there's no stoppages, no nothing. Where Terence Crawford had 11 straight knockouts. Every single one of his fights at 147 ended in a knockout. I know who I'd rather pay money to watch. That's Terence Crawford. I know who's the more exciting 147-pound fighter. That's Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, I mean, Floyd went up to 154. Crawford's first trip at 154. Obviously fought Madrimov. I think, you know, I mean, obviously they're in different eras, but Madrimov versus Floyd would have been a good fight. That would have been a great fight. Another good fight, another chess match to watch. Good chess match. Huh? But for me, anyway, Madrimov beats all of these guys. Madrimov beats Spence, he beats Charlo, and I believe he beats Boots as well. I think Madrimov beats all three of them, personally. That's what I think personally. He beats all three of them. But anyway, it is what it is. Make sure you get involved in the poll. Let me check out this poll. Okay. It's got much more to say now, man. I ain't been on for a while. I got much more to say. I think I'm gonna wait for. Okay, yeah. All right, listen. So you've been. Boy, don't ask me what happened there, man. Something happened. I don't know. I got cut off there for a second. Maybe the LDBC have heard I'm back on the airways, man. disrupting my chat, disrupting my live stream. You know what I mean? I ain't even started on them yet. Oh man. Hey, right, listen. What I was gonna say now before I jump off. Turkey Al Sheikh, right? He's been shaking up boxing, right? The Sheikh has been shaking up boxing. For me, it's for the better. He's put on some great cards, some good fights for us to watch. But did you notice as soon as he made a card and done a card in America, that's when the problem started. Because the ungrateful American boxing fans shitted on the promotion. Yes, Turkey Al Sheikh is not perfect. Yes, he made a few mistakes in that card, right? Which I will point out after, right? But yes, you can criticize him, but these guys are shitting on him proper. The Canelo fans have sided with Canelo. Canelo obviously refuses to fight Benavidez. The Tank Davis fans, they're siding with Tank. Now, I'm going to tell you why. Because the way things currently sit at the moment, yeah, Tank Davis and Canelo Alvarez are doing fine. The way things sit at the moment. They are the two top guys in America, right? Obviously, Canelo being Mexican, but obviously in America, I'm Mexican. And Tank being able to sell out wherever he goes in the US. Right now, Turkey comes in, starts to shake things up, starts to throw his money around and stuff like that. The dynamics will change. Canelo will no longer be that cash cow, the number one guy, and start to, carry on with all his arrogance. And no, I don't need to fight him. Oh, he wants a payday. He wants a payday. Has anyone not thought about Canelo wanting a payday as well? He keeps on saying, oh, he wants a payday. He wants a payday. But when Canelo fights weak opposition, that's Canelo looking for a payday as well. Canelo, you want payday. You want payday whenever you cherry pick weak opposition. It basically means It basically means you're getting paid to fight a weaker opposition, easy opposition. We're giving you money for, it's like money for nothing.
Oh, look at this guy.
You just pay him for nothing. You understand what I mean? So when Turkey comes along, Turkey's going to say, right, all the guys that are not fighting, because the PBC has shelved a lot of guys. A lot of their fighters have been shelved and they're not fighting. Right? Turkey's come out, I want to give you guys fights. Get them the fights, get them some fights. Right? Start paying them well, right? Paying them handsomely for their services. If the fighter loses, Turkey doesn't shit on the fighter and say, he's lost, I don't want him no more. Right? Turkey puts his arm around the fight. Literally, no Diddy now, right? no Diddy. Turkey puts his arms around the fighter, puts his arm around the fighter and says, listen, mate, right? As I said, no Diddy. Turkey comes around and says, listen, we've got another fight for you. Speaking of that, we were talking about Deontay Wilder as well. So Turkey's going to come over to America and he's going to spoil the dynamics, right? The dynamics are going to get messed up. And when people are going to start to find out that, obviously realize, the ones that are clueless are going to realize we've been getting mugged off by Canelo and Tank because they're not fighting top opposition. Turkey has come and he's starting to make top fights. Oh shit, sorry, that was an accident. Turkey's here and he's here to make big fights, yeah? And now we're getting competitive fights. So the minute Canelo or Tank try to fight, do a cherry pick, people are going to say, fuck that, I'm not paying for that. Turkey Al-Sheikh's coming, he's putting on 50-50 fights, good entertaining fights. He's competing with the UFC now when it comes to entertainment. And PBC tried to come off with, I don't know, whoever. You know what I mean? Tank versus whoever. Or Canelo, they signed Canelo for a free fight deal and he cherry picks all the fighters he wants from wherever, whatever. Remember Canelo said, if to me, I don't like the way Turkey does business. The reason why he doesn't like the way Turkey does business is because it's not on my terms. It's not on your terms. If every fighter had it on their own way, we wouldn't get competitive fights. So Canelo saying it has to be on my terms basically tells me, right, that he's going to take the least path of resistance. And these guys, Tank and Canelo, will not be able to sell fights in the US once Turkey starts putting on these competitive fights. No one's gonna gravitate to them no more. You're gonna get the Tank fans and the Canelo fans, but after a while, even they're gonna realize and think, fuck, we're paying so much money for a pay-per-view, and he's fighting nobody. He's fighting nobody, man. You understand what I mean? So this is what listen. These guys, they fear it. They're scared. Tank and the display that they showed a couple of weeks ago was fear. I smelt fear from all the way here in England. It's fear. They're scared that Turkey's going to upset the apple cart and they won't be able to manipulate the fans and sell them dud pay-per-views anymore. That's a problem. Tank Davis came out and says, Turkey's only here to support the guys that don't sell. Listen, I can debunk that myth in a second. If we go back to all the cards that Turkey's put on, who's been the main event? Anthony Joshua's been the main event twice. I believe it's twice. Tyson Fury has been the main event twice. Both of those guys sell out Tank Davis any day of the week. Any day of the week. Both of those guys sell out Tank Davis. Both of those guys have sold out stadiums and put nearly 100,000 seats on bums on a seat in Wembley. Tank's never sold out a stadium. Never sold out a stadium at all. So for Tank to say Turkey's only promoting the guys that don't sell, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury outsell Tank Davis, easy. So that myth has been debunked straight away, you know. So yeah, shout out to Dan, man. Thank you for showing up to chat. Thank you, Dan. We got here. Did you see the Pro Box TV guy saying Turkey is running boxing with his pay-per-views? What about the years of PBC pay-per-views? Al Heyman is to blame more than Turkey. I don't know. You see, they're trying to shift some sort of blame on Turkey, but Turkey, listen, Turkey, the mistake that for me, the mistake that Turkey made, right, was if he was going to do, I mean, I was talking to a friend of mine, and eventually, I saw the light. I was like, listen, you're actually right about that. You had two Mexican guys that are on the card, Isaac Cruz, Pitbull Cruz, and you had Andy Ruiz. Personally, I think Turkey should have made one of those two, or should have made Cruz. I think maybe Isak Cruz the main event and put Big Baby Miller and Andy Ruiz as the co-main event. Obviously, because of the Mexican crowd in that part of the world, part of the country. If you wanted to put on Terence Crawford as a main event, you should have just done it back at Omaha, Nebraska. Done it in Nebraska. Find the biggest stadium in Nebraska, or in Nebraska, not even Omaha. Find the biggest stadium in Nebraska, yeah, and just do it there. That's what you should have done. But obviously, they probably looked at the logistics and everything. I don't know, man. Obviously, he's got his team, and they're going to look at this and obviously try and make it better. That's all, improve on it, all right? But other than that, the rest of these guys are scared, man. Canelo, Tank, they're frightened. They're frightened. Yeah, good afternoon. I haven't watched Pro Box for a while, but I will go and have a look, see what it's saying. Come on, Lopez. You can't compare Tank to Canelo. No, I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing the two of them. I'm just saying those are the two most popular fighters in the US at the moment, right? I mean, obviously got Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford's hated in the USA. I mean, I would say a large majority of the US boxing fans don't like Terence Crawford. We know why. I'm gonna say large majority. I'll say not say there is a majority that don't like him. I should say. Obviously, there's fans that do like him, right? And all over the world, Terence Crawford's the hate that he receives is only in America. It's weird. And he's being hated from a group or demographics of a group who say they only stand up for black fighters. It's weird. It's weird as fuck, man. It's weird as fuck. These guys, this group of people saying that they only stand up, they support black fighters, but they're hating on the best fighter in the country who happens to be black. They're hating on him. All because he beat the guy that they used to support. It's crazy. Tank has beat no one, achieved very little, and only done good numbers when he had Baby Ryan to help. Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you, Dan. I'm not comparing the two. Tank cannot compare to Canelo. But what I was basically saying is they're two of the most popular guys in America, right? That are they're selling pay-per-views. I mean, obviously, I know Tank's not selling major pay-per-views, but he's got a fan base behind him, and he seems to think that he's getting paid. He's saying he's getting paid very well, but Turkey will pay him more. Turkey will pay Tank more money to fight better opposition. But I think Tank's happy with the money he's getting fighting lackluster opposition. Canelo's cleaned out multiple weight classes and beat everyone. Cleaned out. There was a lot of dodging at 160. 168, he's doing a lot of dodging as well. I wouldn't necessarily say cleaned out, but he's done some good work. I'm not going to say Canelo's done nothing. He has done some good work, but recently he's been very disappointing. The opposition he's been choosing to fight has been very disappointing. All right? Been disappointed in the opposition. Top ranks, heavyweight stable has been decimated by the Saudis. Anderson, listen, he's gonna. Turkey's still going to give Anderson another try, another shot. I think. Listen, I like Anderson personally. I said this before the fight, and I don't know if any of you guys have seen my short video that I made after the fight. I've said it from the beginning. I think I made a prediction video as well. And they threw Anderson in the deep end. Martin Bakole was a bit too much for Anderson. The stylistic matchup wasn't good for him either. Bakole is a big, massive, heavy, strong guy that can box as well, right? It was a wrong type of matchup. Too early for him. Someone like Bakole, he needs to gain a bit more experience first, I think, to get in there with Bakole. That's why Bakole went in there and it was easy work for him. And I knew, and I basically, I'm not surprised. I saw that happening. I did a prediction video, and I said it in my prediction video. Martin Bakole is going to be too much for Gerard Anderson. They're throwing this guy in the deep end. I mean, a lot of channels were making videos as well. And there were a few channels that were trying to say suggesting that they're trying to cash him in. I mean, even Hatman said it. Hatman said it on one of his videos. It looks like they're probably trying to cash him in. And again, Hatman, he went for Anderson. I was pretty surprised that Hatman went for Anderson because obviously Hatman knows his boxing. Got a good channel, you know. It's been going on for a long while. When he called Anderson to beat Bacoli, I was like, bro, that's a big mistake, bro. And I listened to the channel. I put a comment in his comments. I said, bro, I'm going Bacoli, man. It's gonna be easy work for Bacoli, man. Anderson is decent, good fighter. Don't get me wrong, but it's too early for him. That fight's way too early for him. You know what I mean? Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Canelo hasn't cleaned out any weight class. Stop. I can't see that emoji. Let's see, I might have to go on the other thing. JAO5, shout to you, thanks, shout out to the chat. No, stop the cap. Okay, stop the cap. Okay. JAO5, shout to you, thanks, shout out to the chat, man. Thank you very much. Even the weight classes, he went undisputed. He still found a way to avoid some of the best guys there. Yeah, he did. Demetrius Andre, Jamal Charlo. I'm not saying these guys would have beaten him, but he avoided a lot of them. Charlo, Andrade, Benavidez, Morale. You know, there are a few names, man. The least path of resistance. Fury, Makhmudov, and Anderson all badly exposed on Saudi shows. Uncle Bob regrets saying, "Show me the money." Ooh, you might have a good, yeah, for real. All of them have, innit? Makhmudov lost the other day. I think he fought yesterday and he lost yesterday. Makhmudov got stopped again. I think in the 7th round. I think the guy sounds like his name. I can't remember the guy's name. It sounds Italian American. I think he's an Italian guy. Possibly an Italian American. Because we know Italians don't box, do they? Italians in Europe don't box, but Italian Americans. Yeah. Show me the money, boy. He's got no heavyweights no more. He's got Daniel. He's got F.A. Ajagba. F.A. Ajagba. How about that? Is he still with Top Rank Ajagba? Dan, who hasn't he beat then? Oh, sorry, yeah. Who hasn't he beat then? Who's worth beating apart from Benavidez? And more importantly, please name someone at or about his weight that has done anything close to him. Yeah, 10 people in the chat, smash a like button. Dan, I'm going to say this to you. Terence Crawford. I'm going to say Terence Crawford has done similar things, but the level of his opposition, Terence Crawford hasn't had the dance partners. People are going to say, oh yeah, but his resume, the people he's beat ain't as good as Canelo. But he wants to fight Canelo now, and Canelo don't want to fight him. What's with that? We need to know what's going on with that, Dan. Terence Crawford, 2-time freeweight world champion, 2 times undisputed, still undefeated. He wants to fight Canelo Alvarez. All of a sudden, Canelo Alvarez has, I don't know, man, lost his confidence. And he's now saying Crawford's too small, and he's now saying Crawford's going to run from him. Did he not think that Jamal Charlo was going to run from him? Did he not think that? What was he thinking when he went to fight Jamal Charlo? Easy fight. I'll fight him. Easy. I'll have that. I don't know. What do you think, man? Apart from Benavidez, and more importantly, okay, who's worth beating apart from Benavidez? Bivol rematch? Maybe a Bivol rematch? Bivol wanted to fight Canelo at 168, and Canelo refused. He said no, he wants to fight at 175, rematch at 175. But the thing with Bivol basically said, I don't gain nothing from that. I've already beat you at 175, and my belt was up for grabs. Now I need something. I need to fight for something. So you put your belts on the line. Canelo does not want to fight Bivol at 168. And when he refused to fight Bivol at 168, I wasn't surprised he didn't want to fight Benavidez after that, because he didn't want to fight Bivol at 168. Anyone that's a major threat to him and his titles, he won't fight him. He won't fight him. You got to respond now. You got to respond. Obviously, you're going to respond, innit? Yo, Michael, what's going on, man? Shatsy, thanks for the chat. What's happening? Blatantly ducked Jamal Charlo at 160. and I know it's popular to hate on Andrade these days, but Canelo didn't want anything to do with him back in the day. Man, that is true, bro. Remember, he's a horrible fighter.
Oh, look at this guy. Get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Yeah, we remember that, don't we? We remember that, don't we? We remember that. We remember that. He did duck. Listen, no matter what people want to say about Andrade, he ducked him, man. He ducked him. Jamal Charlo, that's when they made the franchise belt for Canelo. I don't know why Canelo just didn't fight him. You know, he didn't fight him. He ended up fighting his brother later on, the younger brother later on. I don't know, man. But there's definitely been a lot of avoiding. Definitely been a lot of avoiding from Canelo, you know. Killers both achieve so much. I hear what you're saying, Dan. But listen, Dan, I hear what you're saying. But Dan, styles make fights, man. Styles make fights. And if Canelo did not want to fight that tricky southpaw, Demetrius Andrade. He didn't want to fight him. I'm not saying Canelo can't beat him or would lose, but he didn't want to fight him. Let's be honest now. What do you think? All right, if you don't think he ducked Andrade or Charlo, just give us your reasons as to why you think he didn't fight him. It's got to be a good reason because he ended up fighting the younger brother, and it still doesn't want no part of Benavidez. He lost to Benavidez, didn't he, Andrade? That's how much Andrade wanted that fight. He actually, you got to salute him. A lot of people were making fun of him after the fight, but I got to salute Demetrius Andrade because he wanted the fight, and he wanted the Canelo fight that bad. He was willing to do something Canelo's scared to do, and that's fight David Benavidez. That's what I would say. Not to mention all the rehydration clauses and catchweights Canelo has put on his opponents. He's got the most in the history of boxing. Ooh, I'm sure Oscar De La Hoya would repeat that as well. Speaking of Oscar De La Hoya, he recently came out and someone asked him, how does he think he would do against Canelo? And he said, in his prime, this is what he said, Oscar. In his prime, I tapped that ass, man. In other words, yeah, no Diddy, but he's saying he'd beat him, innit? And recently, Oscar's been seen running around in thongs again. Oscar's been seen running around in thongs again, man, unfortunately. He's had a bit of a relapse. Yeah. Also, Tank Davis loves a hydration clause, don't he? He's got a few of those as well. The Pro Box dude was on the Boxing Voice, but Ring IQ done an article on it on his latest video. Oh, Ring IQ, okay. I'll go and have a look at Ring IQ. I like Ring IQ as it goes. Yeah, Ring IQ, I'll have a look. I've got to make a phone call to my friend as well. I think, yeah. Just get through his comments quickly. James Jameson, thanks for showing up to the chat. Appreciate you coming out. Thank you very much. I went from Anderson because I believe Top Rank wouldn't put him in there without Anderson having a great chance. How wrong was I? I don't know. Did you think he had a chance? I don't know. I didn't see it, man. I just think Bakoli was just too big for him. Too big for him. Anderson did okay. I think he did better than I thought he would, but I don't know, man. Maybe sometimes you don't. Sometimes, listen, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you don't see it. Certain times you don't see it. Like, look, Anthony Joshua versus Ngannou. I didn't see that coming at all. I did not see that coming. The way it played out, I did not see that coming. I would have never thought in a million years the fight would have played out like that. So sometimes you just don't see it. You know what I mean? No disrespect to anybody. You just don't see it. You just don't see it. You know what I mean? But I see this one. I see that as a little bit of a mismatch, Bakoli versus Anderson. You know? Bivol took his soul. He took his soul. He took his courage as well, man. Took his courage. Canelo only wanted to have a go on Charlo once he saw the guy was going through a major personal crisis. Yeah, that was a bit for real. Daniel Woods, let's not forget about that. Jamal Charlo was going through a personal crisis. and Canelo threw his toys at the pram. He threw his toys at the pram when the PBC was suggesting that he fight David Benavidez. Do you remember that? No, he's not on the contract. He's not on the contract. What do you mean? Jamal Charlo was on the contract. Okay, the man's not in his right mind. The man is not in his right mind. He's on the verge of being sectioned. So we need to pick another fighter. No, these are not my terms. He doesn't want to fight Benavidez. That was when I was like, fuck me, this guy is ducking. He don't want to fight Benavidez. Look now, one more fight left on his PBC contract. Jamal Charlo is not in his right mind, and he don't want to fight Benavidez. No, point blank saying, I don't want to fight Benavidez. So in the end, what did the PBC have to do? What did they have to do? You had to contract another guy to come in, Jaime Munguia. Had to get on the phone to Golden Boy and say, listen, this fucking pussy Canelo doesn't want to fight Benavidez. So do you know what? Can you lend us Jaime Munguia, please? Lend us Munguia so we can, make this fight the last fight for Canelo. Crybaby Canelo doesn't want to fight Benavidez. Terrible, man. Remember what he did to Badou Jack? He tried to drain Badou Jack, and Badou Jack exposed him. On the list of all-time great Mexican fighters, is Canelo in the top 5? That's a great question. Anyone? Is Canelo in the top 5 of the top 5 great Mexican fighters? Because if you ask a lot of the Mexican legends, they'll say no. A lot of the Mexican legends would say no. Right? They would say no. Canelo hated his style for some reason. It called him a horrible fighter that day. Yeah, he's a horrible, horrible fighter. You a horrible fighter. I remember that. When he said that, I thought, yeah, bro, you're just ducking, man. Horrible fighter. The fans were laughing. Oh, Canelo, Canelo, man. You're a horrible fighter, man. Yeah, I thought, you fucking idiots, man. He's ducking. That's what we mean, horrible fighter. What does that mean? What does that even mean? For me, that means you've got a horrible style. I don't want to fight you because it's going to be tricky. That's what it means. That's what it means for me anyway. IBFP is live with the thumbnail. Bud gets a pass and Canelo gets hate. Bud doesn't want to pass. He wants Canelo smoke. That is exactly, Toby. Exactly. These guys are effing delusional, man. They're like, Terence Crawford haters, man. So butthurt that Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence and smashed him to pieces in the T-Mobile massacre. So butthurt, man. Salvador Sanchez, Julio Cesar Chavez, the best of Mexicans. One Manuel Marquez. One Manuel Marquez as well. I'm trying to think now. Trying to think Mexican warriors. Eric Morales. Marco Antonio Barrera. I would say they're Mexican legends, and I would name all of those guys ahead of Canelo. Personally, I would name all those guys ahead of Canelo. Those guys never ducked any smoke. That's what I'm going to say. Eric Morales was a effing warrior, bro. Warrior in the ring, man. Yeah, Barrera was a guy as well. Them two had war. Remember the war between Barrera and Morales? Flipping hell, those were wars those guys fought. I think they fought a trilogy. Man, anyone who hasn't seen that, go watch that fight, man. Eric Morales versus Marco Antonio Barrera. That was a war in the ring, man. No, I didn't think he had a chance, but Top Rank have great matchmakers, and they convinced me Anderson had a way of beating Piccoli that we hadn't seen yet. That's what I thought, but I overthought it. Yeah. Me, Toby, not think they're trying to cash him in or something. I don't know, man. They're trying to put him in because there's been a few issues with him, innit? Saying he wants to retire early and stuff like that, and he doesn't really like boxing. Yeah, he does it for money and stuff like that. When your fighter starts talking like that, you might think to yourself, put him in. It's best he goes in there and loses to the best of the best, and then he goes in there against a journeyman and loses. Look what happened to Adam Kawanaki. That guy, they were speaking big things about that guy in America. Now look at him. Hellenius beat him twice, and that's it. He went on a losing streak, lost 5 in a row. He's nowhere now. That guy, I swear Anthony Joshua offered him a title shot. I believe he did. Yep. Anthony Joshua offered, when Gerard Miller tested positive for PEDs, he offered King Kong Ortiz 6 million, and they refused it. Then he offered Kawanaki, I think he offered Kawanaki 5 or 6 mil, and they both refused it. And then eventually Andy Ruiz took the fight. So, you know, Canelo has become like one of those dodgy cab drivers hanging around outside clubs at 4 a.m. trying to catch low-hanging fruit. Yep. Yeah, I see those cab drivers nearly every weekend, man. I know exactly what you're talking about, man. Yeah, man. Hey, Joseph S. Thank you, shout out to the chat. Joseph S. Thank you, shout out to the chat. Listen, IBFP, who is that? Who is that? I don't think I'm familiar with him. Don't tell me he's another clown LDBC channel I'm not aware of, or do I know him and you lot are just putting a short abbreviation? I'm not remembering who it is. Call him Ducknello from now on. Yep. Ducknello, for real. For real. The face of ducking. Canelo's personal massage therapist with happy endings. IBFP. I gotta see who this guy is, man. I gotta see who this guy is, man. It sounds like he's glazing Canelo hard, man. Canelo's glazer. Canelo's definitely above that Mexican pro boxer they found for KSI that time. I don't think he's ever been in a freaking ring before. He was a Mexican taxi driver or drug mule, definitely not a boxer. I don't think I've seen that fight with KSI. I don't think I've seen it, Toby. I probably think I can't see the emojis. They're probably laughing emojis. Wow, IBFP. Is he a proper Canelo fanboy? I'm not going to have to see who this guy is, you know. I'm not going to see him. I like IBFP, but he's a Canelo fanboy. Oh, man, I've got to see who this guy is. I don't know who he is. Obviously, he's not. Obviously, listen, I know he's not an LDBC channel now because they won't allow that in the LDBC. That would be considered as cooning. So they won't be allowed, you know what I mean? So that won't be allowed in the LDBC. So I know he's not an LDBC guy. 10 people in the chat, smash the like button for us, please. I ain't been on for a while. What about it? He's got a message. Okay, sorry about that. Apologies. Yes, this guy's a fanboy, is he? I don't think I've ever seen him. You know what? I'm gonna have to put him in my feed right now. Oh my god, he's come up straight away. See if I know this dude. Nah, I don't know this dude, you know. 40,000 subscribers. Wow, how do I not know this dude? International Boxing Fans Podcast. Is that what it is? Okay. This guy's live now. Bud gets a pass. Let me put it. Let me show it. Let me put it on the screen share, man. Let me put it on the screen share. Oh man, what have I got here? Oh, this is man, my browser's not letting me show you. Let me see, it might work if I go into it. I know you probably can see it now. So he's live at the moment. Oh, what happened here? I'm sure he's live. Where is it? Oh, wait, let me see. Shorts, watch videos and watch live. Here we go. What's that? Hey, oh yeah, it is. Bud gets a pass and Canelo gets hate. I'm gonna go and listen to this now. I'm gonna go and listen to this. Let's see say. Let's see what he said. Oh no. The landlord, IBFP / a landlord. Where's this dude from, man? Where's he from?
IBFP in the morning, busting cheeks and drinking coffee.
Busting cheeks, bro. Loudest, bro. Bro, loudest, bro. Busting cheeks? Bro, come out of here, man. I ain't listening to no busting cheeks, man. Flipping hell. You want to bust Canelo's cheeks, yeah? Nah, mate. I'm switching that off, man. I'll have a listen to it later, but I'm not putting that on my live stream. Talking about busting cheeks. That's worse than the LDVC, man. Busting cheeks. Outlaw, it's time for KSI. It's the time KSI fought 2 people in one night. I think. But it was hilarious. You got to watch it. A real Mexican plank. I'm going to go and watch it then. I'll watch that. I'll have a watch when I'm not doing much, just for entertainment purposes. Isn't IBFP a fella obsessed with female boxing? He's talking about busting cheeks, man. So I had to turn that off, man. Yo, man. I mean, the kids are on school holiday, man. I can't be playing that, man. Busting cheeks. What's wrong with this dude? Flipping hell. It's funny, but you can't take him serious. Okay, you can't take him serious. Okay. I'm going to go listen to that privately, like, and put some headphones on, listen to that, my earbuds in, because I can't be playing that loud. Busting cheeks, man. Come on, the kids are on holiday, man. I can't be playing that, man. Whoa, yeah, you see what I'm saying? That shocked me, man. I put it on the... man. I turned that shit off, man. Canelo super fanboys, man. Talking about busting cheeks, man. Flipping, no.
Oh, look at this guy.
Oh, man. Anyway. Yeah, listen. All right. I'm going to have to... What's the time now? Yeah, an hour and a bit. I'm going to have to jump out of there now. Listen, thanks everyone for showing up. One more thing. Listen, John Fury. Where's John Fury? Where's Tyson? Where's Tyson Fury? Where's John Fury? They can't beat Tyson. They just can't beat Tyson. Where's John? Where is John Fury, man? John Fury is missing.
So don't need his change. But let's just see where his knackers are at paying a poxy little bit. Pay you, bum.
Where's John Fury, man? Where is Big John Fury? Oh. All right, man. Listen, people. I'm about to bounce out of here. Listen, make sure you smash the like button for us, please. I'd appreciate it. I'm going to go listen to this guy, the super Canelo fanboy. I'll have a quick listen to him, man. John Fury wandering in the wilderness. Yeah, man. John Fury's in the missing list, man. Missing. He ain't done an interview. He ain't done an interview or anything since the fight. Nothing. This geezer had the most talk, most amount of chat. But now you can't hear nothing. You can't even a squeak from this guy. Nothing. Where's Tommy? When's Tommy going to be fighting next? None of them have come. None of the Furies have come out. Only Shane Fury's come out and spoke. Shane Fury's the only one who's come out and spoke. When is Tommy going to have a fight? Look, Tommy got paid millions fighting Jake Paul. Now the geezer don't want to fight. Is he even a real boxer? Is Tommy Fury a real boxer? What is he? Is he a real fighter? Fights at light heavyweight. Cruiser light heavyweight. Could he beat any of those top guys? Right now, he should be looking. He should have won. Tommy Fury should have won a domestic title by now. At least a Lonsdale belt or a European belt or Commonwealth belt. Right? He should be looking now. Should be looking to probably, for the amount of time he's been out. You got Yard, Buatsi, Craig Richards. You got that Tom. What's the other guy's name? Willie Hutchinson. These are the guys that he needs to be mixing it up with. This is a generation. They got a good generation right now in the UK of light heavyweight fighters. This is where Tommy needs to be getting it mixing up with these guys at the moment, or trying to catch these guys on the back end and get a win off of them. He's doing nothing. What's he doing? Nothing. John Fury's traveling in what travelers do on the long hard road. Toby! John Fury's traveling in what travelers do on the long hard road. 101 yard road. John Fury not even answering phone calls from his GF. His GF girlfriend, the cat. It's Tyson's girlfriend, isn't it? Don't tell me they're sharing. What the fuck? Tommy couldn't box eggs. Hopeless, stiff idiot. He should be mixing it around. You got Craig Richards right now. You got Craig Richards, Willie Hutchinson, Joshua Buatsi, Anthony Yard. He needs to be one of these four guys. He needs to be aiming to fight one of these four guys at some point. That's what he needs to do, right? Artur Beterbiev is getting old now, right? He's getting old, and he's going to be retiring soon after his fight with Bivol. Not long after, he should be retiring soon. Bivol, he's still about. I know he's a danger, and he's still about, but you know, I don't know. At the moment, I can't see anyone beating Bivol at 175. Apart from Beterbiev, I can't see anyone beating him. Beterbiev retires, Bivol's still there. Where is Tommy Fury? Where does he fit into things? Where does Tommy fit into this? Tommy is heartbroken. Now he's been caught cheating. Ah, fuck off! What? Has Tommy been caught cheating? Is he being caught cheating? Oh my days! Oh my days! What has been called cheating? Oh no! His whole world's gonna collapse now, man. Shit, for real? Man, he's fucked now. Molly May's gonna. Wow, man, he's fucked. Been caught cheating. Oh shit! Oh man, he's in trouble, man. He's in trouble, bro. Tommy's in the doghouse. Tommy Fury's in the doghouse. Flipping hell. All right, listen, people, do us a favor, smash the like button. You haven't smashed that like button. Please do us a favor. I swear, I already got 3 likes up in there. I didn't see last time I checked 3 likes up in there. Let me check. Do us a favor, smash the like button. You haven't smashed that like button. 5 likes. Oh, man, I've seen up to 10 people in there, man. Smash the like button. If you ain't smashed that like button already for us, please. We've got 10 votes, but only 5 likes. So there's 5 people that have cared to vote, but they haven't put a like. Right? If you don't want to put a like, put a dislike. If you don't want to put a like, put a dislike. For those people that are like, you know, if you don't want to put a like, put a dislike. Just participate. Put a dislike. Like, sub, and share, good people. You know what I mean? Yeah, they broke up. Oh, shit, they broke up. Shit. Oh, my days. He broke up. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Right. No, I'm not laughing because I'm fortunate. I'm not laughing at the fact that he's broken up with his girlfriend. But shit, a few people were saying, oh, these two are a power couple. Look at Tommy, he's such a good guy. I was getting that from a lot of women. Yeah, a lot of women. Now, I'm going to go back to these women and say, yo, what are you saying now, man? Tommy's such a good guy. Look at him, this, that, blah, blah. Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, well. Yeah, anyway, man, look. Said, man, smash that like button, man, for us, please. You know, let's get the likes up, man. Let's get those likes up, man. I'll have to bounce out of here in a sec. All right. Errol Spence looking at the Fundora fight. Errol Spence, that's a suicide fight, if you ask me. I don't think Errol stands a chance against Fundora. If Fundora fights the right fight, applies the right game plan, he will shut Spence out, and Spence won't get a chance. But if Fundora tries to brawl with Spence, then Spence stands a chance. If Fundora boxes, just clean boxes, I don't think Spence stands a chance of winning that fight. Okay, look, 7 people left. Smash the like button. Yeah, smash that like button. Thanks for passing by. Appreciate it. I'm trying to come on more often. I keep saying that. but I'll do my best. Maybe tomorrow. I'll be traveling back to Manchester tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see anyway, man. But I'm gonna try and do a couple of videos. But anyway, thanks for everyone for showing up. I appreciate it. Enough said. If you didn't smash that like button, please smash that like button. And you know what? It's a nice day out here. If you're in the UK, I'm sure you probably got a bit of sun, so go outside and enjoy the day. For those of you over in the States, I don't know what the weather's like over there, but salute to you guys over there. Thank you for showing up to the chat. I always appreciate it. Enough said. Thank you very much. I'm out.